This is from, again, Adam Schefter. The new head coach in each city is expected to have input on whether the general managers there stay or go. Front office situation's fluid. So that says to me, I wonder if a guy like Nick Caserio is able to join Josh McDaniels, if that might be one of the things Schefter's referring to. And we've seen this before sometimes with coaches. If they can bring their personnel guy, then they want to come and take the job. And I wonder if that's what we're looking at potentially here.
Well, we could be. I mean, that would be quite a team. I mean, it worked out so well here when Eric Mangini selected George Kokinis.
Yes.
I mean, that's it. I mean, that was a dark period of time in Cleveland Browns coaching search history. That's tricky. It really is, because immediately you just get, by just the visual part of it, it seems like the general manager is working for the head coach. And as I said, that's tricky unless everybody has their cards out on the table and understands the parameters of the situation at the outset. I mean, that really does get tricky. But there was obviously a situation in the offseason where it appeared that Houston had made overtures towards Nick Caserio coming to the Texans, and the Patriots got all riled up about that. They've been very protective of him because he's been such an important part of their winning formula there in New England and the Patriot way. I think that would be they would form a very, very formidable team. I wonder a couple of things. I wonder if you take a look at the situation today here in Cleveland and why the Browns are not really having a press conference today. I'm hearing that it's tomorrow, and I'm wondering why they're not having it today. After all, they fired the guy last night at about 8 o'clock when the team landed coming home from Cincinnati. And normally you take care of things right away, and then you get on with your search. So that fluid description that Adam puts on the front office situation with teams and the possibility that the head coach could have influence over who the next GM would be in certain scenarios, I mean, that seems to, that makes you wonder about John Dorsey's situation here. Is it rock solid? Now, he had described his relationship with ownership as rock solid, that they were in step with each other, and that was yesterday during the day before the Bengals and Browns even kicked it off. So that's one thing. The other thing you wonder about, with something like that is, does that kind of throw a light on a guy like Urban Meyer, who, would probably command a great deal of power coming in as a head coach / something else, because he's so used to controlling everything as the CEO of these big college programs. So that's an interesting twist.